Now, I know when you signed up to the vlog channel, you didn't necessarily sign up for the full cinematic experience, but I kind of feel I owe you one anyway, because there was that video on Monday that was absolutely awful with video and audio. But I think it's more important I've got a video up than missed today. So that was my excuse. But anyway, I'm paying you back. The reason for the full cinematic experience, the full background, the 24mm 1.4 lens, the lovely soft bokeh behind me is because I'm about to record a short. And the shorts I do on the main camera now. But this Canon R50V's got a 1/4 mount underneath, so it's dead simple. I just take the camera off, put the tripod plate the other side, bang, I'm in upright position. So I thought, as I've got everything set up in here, all the lighting set up perfectly for it, that I would record the vlog first and get the vlog up, I think, in just a moment. So I always leave, it's been an interesting couple of days. I have got notes. I'm still loving my notebook, and I think I'm going to buy myself a fountain pen. Not an expensive one. But I think I might buy just a Parker fountain pen or something, go back to my school days. But I came in today with a to-do list. I've gone all through it, and I always leave video editing until the last thing, or shooting videos like now. It's kind of the last thing on the list. It's Good Friday, it's 2:45, and I'm meeting a friend tonight, so I want to try and finish. We haven't seen one another for 15, 20 years. Somebody used to do a lot of work for, he used to work for a jewellery company, and I think he's got a social media company now or something. Anyway, we keep in touch via Insta. He doesn't live too far away from me, so we're going to meet for an early evening drink. But yes, it's been an interesting couple of days. If you've ever done any kind of video editing, you'll know kind of what I'm talking about here. Sometimes you feel it, other times you don't. So shooting on location, I think I said in yesterday's vlog, is risky because you can't be sure until you get back exactly what you've got. I was checking it on the Mac, and that was a good thing of taking the Mac with me. I was able to take the SD card out. I took an SD card reader with me, and I was able to check the footage was around about the right colour, and so I kind of knew I had what I needed. It was as good as I was going to get. And I think I told a story, because if you've watched the video yet, it went live this morning. I was moving locations every time I shot, so it's different lighting, different white balance, and so on. But anyway, that all worked out. But I got back and started to edit on Thursday. And two things struck me. If Espresso Displays didn't like it, I didn't have a video for the week. So today was going to be a panic. I was going to have to come in and start to pull something out my arse and find a video to make. But also, sometimes when you're editing, you just feel it's right. You feel the vibe, without sounding too arty-farty. This one, for some reason, I didn't. I kept prevaricating. I kept finding other things to do. I wasn't feeling it. And then something just switched halfway through the day, and I suddenly began to feel it. I fell in love with it. It felt a good edit. I think it was the transitions I put in. I don't know what it was. There was something that I did that just felt right. And I finished it up last night. Thumbnail was easy to do. I shot a lot of thumbnail shots on Wednesday when I was up in Canary Wharf, so it had lovely sort of city type vibe to it. And then I sent it off to Espresso Displays, and I love those guys so much. If every client was that easy to work with. So we spoke on WhatsApp a couple of weekends back, and I had an idea of what he was looking for. Then he leaves me totally to it. He doesn't ask any script approval. He just trusts me. I think this is the third or fourth time we've worked together, and he just trusts me. They paid half the money up front already anyway. I put it together, sent him over the unlisted link last night, and typical Aussies, they are so cool. He just said, "That's cool, mate." And I said, "So I'm okay to make it public." So I was actually in bed this morning. I went from private to public, or unlisted to public, which felt a very weird thing to do, sort of YouTube business from the bedroom. But anyway, I did that. And I think it's doing okay at the moment. When I last looked, it was going at 2 out of 10. I know I've seen loads of comments coming down. Where are we at with it? Let's have a look. Content. Yeah, it's a 1 out of 10. It's done 1,500 views already and a 7.5% click through. So it's going really good guns. But Espresso were just over the moon with it. They said that's exactly the vibe we wanted. And I sort of said to him, look, what I'm going to do is use the MacBook Neo as the hook. Everyone wants to talk about MacBook Neo, and it would get them more clicks. So although it's a dedicated video, in theory the whole thing should have been about their displays. I think they got into what I was doing. I was using the MacBook Neo as the hook, and then about halfway through it starts talking displays. I haven't read if I've got any hate comments on there yet. I've got to do the comments in a minute, but I thought I'd get the videos done first. The short's going to be linking to that. As you know, I'm making a proper short now every week that links to the main video for the week. So I've thought of a story that I'm going to do for that, which is kind of how it came to life. I put a second display with it, and also just how performant these things are now, and that you can't buy a slow anything anymore. Everything's really quick. That's going to be the kind of vague storyline. I've been working on that in my head this morning. So they were just super cool. They want to use it on Reddit. They asked they could use it on their website. They want to use it on socials. I said, as far as you're concerned, because normally you put restrictions in place that clients can use it for 3 months or 4 months or 21 days, whatever. But I said, as far as they're concerned, they can do whatever they want with it. The pictures I gave them for free, I'm happy for them to use them however and wherever they want. I'm going to write a story this week about this video, which won't be full on about displays, but it'll be the benefit of using a second display with smaller laptops. So anyway, today's actually turned into quite a calm day. There's still been quite a bit to do, but there's things that I needed to get through. Oh, I have made a list again of things I wanted to mention to you today, so I'm taking this a bit more seriously now. First of all, that promotion I did, it has now finished. The money, the £100 and 49 pence, I think it was, left my account this morning. And for £100, if you're interested, I got 26,000 impressions. I got 607 new views and 398 subs out of it. So if you think when these big channels are spending £2,000-3,000 on a promotion, you can see how quickly you can build your subs up. 100 quid bought me 400 subs. So, and that was through a flat period. I think things are beginning to look okay again now. So I won't do another promotion for a while, but I just thought you'd be interested to know how that one had run along. Something else I was going to talk to you about was the podcast. Now, as you know, the podcast, I'm not saying this in an ego way, but it was mine. I started it off by myself. And I'm wondering what to do with it. I think part of the problem for me was I like doing things alone. I like being in control. But a podcast does work well when you're vibing off somebody. But I don't know if I should just get back to the interview situation, maybe. If it wasn't regular, because you're not necessarily going to find somebody every week. I don't know where it's just posting the odd ad hoc video. I know a couple of creators. I think Tyler Stallman does ad hoc videos. I think he's just had a new podcast come out as well. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet. But I don't know. I don't know what the future is. As you might know, I used to be on radio, and my interviewing skills got honed through the Jazz Show every week. It started in lockdown, actually, when the jazzers didn't have any gigs, and I thought, well, I could try and help them just by giving them some exposure. So it started then, and then I had a guest every single week, and I also had a co-host, a jazz singer, who co-hosted with me once a month as well. So I love the interviewing technique, and I don't know, it's nothing yet. Not having a podcast has certainly freed up some time to make proper shorts every week, for my photography as well. So it's not as if I want to tie myself down to it, but it's sitting there doing nothing, and I don't really know what to do with it. I'm trying to decide the best thing for it. Totally off kilter, dog poop. Have you noticed there's a lot more dog poop on the pavements at the moment? I don't know, that's just where I live. And funnily enough, not so much in town, more the village where I live. There's dog poo on pavements again. Just noticed it last couple of days. I've been walking, sort of, again, took me back to my school days. I don't know why I'm thinking of school days and dog poop, but anyway. So yes, the podcast is just, I'm trying to decide best way forward with it. I see we're over 50 subs now, 55 subs or something. I haven't looked at the latest views on that other video that's going quite well. Let me have a little peek and see if I can change studios and find out how that's doing. We're at 55 subs, and that one video has now done 351 views. So for a small channel, that's not bad. And I'm just getting the feeling this is beginning to gain a little bit of traction. I know 55 is not much, but it's gaining subs quite regularly. So it'd be interesting, I don't know. Also, I'm sitting a little bit closer to the camera today because I'm using a 24mm lens. Normally I sit further back, but I'm using the mic on the camera because I think the audio from this little Rode mic is actually really, really decent. Rather than using the shotgun that I normally use, I'm thinking next time I do a video in the studio, I'm thinking maybe I'll use this setup. What does it look like from your end? Do you think it looks kind of okay? I've got a monitor I'm looking at. I think everything doesn't look too in your face, I don't think. There's something else I was going to mention as well. Oh, yes. When I was editing that video and I was sending the message over to Espresso, I said, look, what I've gone for is this kind of organic look. And you'll notice there's some handheld stuff I was taking with the iPhone of the displays. I think I told you I ran out of battery that day on the camera. So at the end, I was using the Pro Max, which I take as a spare camera, to get all the shots on and the B-roll video shots. And even the handheld, where you can see it's not quite smooth, works. And I'm really enjoying shooting videos away from here now. I did see one comment, because normally on your phones as a creator, you see the comments coming down. In the old days, I used to get an email every time somebody commented. That's stopped now when you get to a certain size. But I still see comments coming down as notifications. I saw somebody say Canary Wharf, a cool place to film. It is a heaven-made film set. It really is. They were telling me that security guard was telling me that somebody was filming there this week. Apparently it was locked down in the evenings for filming. It is just a movie set waiting to be used. It is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these more granular, organic, God, I sound like a film person. That style of shooting now. And when I say, you know that I love everything to be absolutely perfect, but kind of shooting out on the streets, it's never going to be perfect. Not unless I had a whole crew with me, and a dolly with me, and rigs with me, and lighting with me. It's never going to be perfect. You have to make the best of what you've got. Sure, shooting now in log, great audio, under good lights, makes me very happy. Absolutely. But there's something... What do you prefer? Not only necessarily my videos, but what videos do you watch? I know a lot of you, funny enough, aren't watching tech videos, which is an interesting oxymoron. And of course, my digital detox is still going on. I'm still on the analog watch and using the iPod, which I've still got down here in my... I'm going to make a video about that in time as well. I've got some things, because it's lovely going back. Do you remember when we used to use those and that was state of the art? It's so weird syncing it up now, it really is. But I think that was all the things I needed to talk about, or wanted to talk about today. Oh, and that photo on Adobe, that's doing exceptionally well. It's up to 850 views on that one. It's just going mad. Again, like on YouTube, I see a little blue dot on a bell at the top showing that people are noticing it. And that one just gets so much attention. It was quite funny the other day, that photographer I told you I met at Canary Wharf, he saw the monitor. 3 people stopped me to talk about the monitors, which was good news for Espresso Displays. But I was right by the Adams Place tunnel. Do you remember there was a reddish picture that I posted on Instagram a couple of weeks back? That's Adams Place in Canary Wharf, or Canada Water. And I said, oh, that's a really good tunnel. The next day on his Insta, I saw that he put that up as a story, which was quite amusing. But there's no original shots anymore. We're all kind of plagiarising one another's shots to some degree. So I haven't got any beef with it at all. It just made me smile. Right, I'm going to finish this one up now. I'll probably get this uploading while I'm doing the short, because I don't know how many times I'm going to F up the short. I know exactly what I want to say. I mean, what I tend to do with shorts when I'm out walking in the mornings, I tend to run through it in my head, so I should be able to sit down and just bash it out. That's the idea, but I need to add captions, and I tend to put those out on a Saturday morning now, because it all just helps to feed the main video. I don't know if it's making a difference, but as you know, leaving no box unticked, no stone unturned. Right, enjoy your Good Friday. As I say, I'm going to try and make it a shorter day. I'd like to try and be out of here by 5 if I can. And I will catch up with you on Easter Monday. Have yourselves a lovely long weekend. Speak to you soon. Cheers.